Menu narration option is set to off.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we've got Breece Hall. He was terrific a week ago. Well over 100 yards and several stops in the end zone. It's the Dolphins and the Titans. All that and more coming up next on EA Sports.
We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Today, we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Tennessee Titans and the Miami Dolphins. Brandon Gaudin alongside my partner, Charles Davis. CD, you're an old-school guy, and I know you've got to love our matchup here. Two teams that get after it the old-fashioned way, on the ground.
I love it. You know I love that type of football. You've known me for a while now. We've got the number 1 and number 2 rushing offense in the entire NFL matching up. Now, don't be fooled. Both of these teams can and will throw the ball in this one. They certainly love playing that game of field position, working between the tackles, chewing up time of possession. And they've each got a main man who's among the best in the league at toting the rock.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Here comes the Tennessee offense, and you see Ryan Tannehill leading them out.
And one of the things that has really impressed me about Ryan Tannehill has been his perseverance. Early in his career, didn't have the success that he desired. Had some injuries that slowed his development, but he kept working at his craft, and now he's a guy that I think you can put a game on his shoulders.
Tannehill to the air right off the bat. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. This defense for the Dolphins, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
Tannehill on target to Burks. First down, Tennessee. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Partner, it's not often that I expect running backs to eclipse 100 yards in back-to-back games, but he left 100 way behind last week. I think he's going to do it again. I'm expecting 150 or more.
And last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week. So if he does what you say he might, maybe he'll get another one.
Yeah, I think he's locked in.
From the 44, Tannehill. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Throwing on third down, Tannehill. And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 20-yard line. Excellent play there on third down. Give him 25 yards. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. First down carry for Henry. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Here's Tannehill. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Will go down as a gain of 6, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And a top priority for the defense has got to be
touchdown. Traylon Burks, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Titans will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now a 7-0 game. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told.
And it was Traylon Burks capping things off with a touchdown catch. Benogany elects not to return it. The football will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground. Hall.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Pretty much unreal, not just in terms of yardage, Charles, but also throw in the 3 touchdowns as well.
When you put the whole package together, I can make you a pretty good guarantee right now. He's going to see a few more people in the box every time he lines up.
Yeah, I don't think that the defense has any choice. They've got to stop him. Can't let a repeat performance like that.
Agreed.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Here's Keenum. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Open net is Waddle, complete.
And he's going to be brought down short of the 1st at about the 31-yard line. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. After 7-0 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
first down, right back to Hall.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
The Dolphins at 3-2, a game over 500 here to start the season. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them, and I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard.
They'll run with Hall.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown.
Breece Hall hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Extra point and good by Sanders. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive.
A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
Play action. It's Tannehill. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Tannehill. He rifles one that's intercepted.
Brandon Jones picking it off.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
So this defense, they get their first interception of the game, and since they were in plus territory, didn't have too terribly far to go, but they take it all the way into the end zone.
And you intercepted in that close, you're automatically picking 6 points the other way, but what I like most about it is how the defense rallied, got up on their blocks, and didn't commit any penalties as well.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Derrick Henry trots back out there and gets ready to go. And we check the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down the stretch. You may play outdoors and some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think you should just think about 1,000 yards either. The bar has to be set higher with this beginning.
This offense on 3rd down today, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. Again, it's Henry. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. And finding the tight end Hooper. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that. It's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Now Tannehill. This one hauled in. Again, it's Hooper. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Buying time to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
To the air again, Tannehill. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. Completes it again to Gage. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 20-yard line. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well.
I tell you what, it looks like... pick six just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
From the red zone now, Tannehill.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them up the scoreboard here.
Again, Tannehill. Over the middle, complete. It's Henry.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on third down. Back to throw, Tannehill.
He's got Derrick Henry again, back-to-back catches.
And it's a Titans touchdown. Derrick Henry with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year.
And the Titans are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
Breece Hall helped leading out this offense for another series.
And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Could do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself that this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the football. We give you opportunities. He's taking advantage of it.
And when you get this close to the mark, you just hope things don't tighten up, right? You probably want to get there and get it in your rearview mirror.
You really do, don't you? Because now it becomes predominant, and you wonder about play calling as well. Do you want to call plays to get that out of the way, or are you still calling plays to win the game first? That becomes the burden of the play caller.
He's going to go up top again.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Picked by Kevin Byard. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
The Dolphins getting set to go back to work here in quarter number 3. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run on offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Keenum. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs as we just saw there.
Play action. Now it's Keenum. He'll get it once more into the hands of Hill. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. 57 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign.
Throwing on first down is Keenum.
That's going to be caught by Waddle.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. Keenum now to throw. And that is incomplete.
He was looking for Jalen Waddle there,
but it'll be second and goal.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Completions haven't moved him any closer, and likely throwing again. You'd have to think on third and goal here.
That's to Waddle on the quick slant.
Touchdown Dolphins.
Jalen Waddle, a 9-yard touchdown grab, and the Dolphins have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half.
As a former defender, I would be angry as well. Could not get off the field. Well-executed offensive drive. No matter what the defense tried, they couldn't stop them.
Sanders on for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So that with an 8-play drive, it spans 75 yards.
And it was finished off by a Jalen Waddle touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have, and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Tannehill. And right side, Henry's got it.
And he will have a Titans first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry.
And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Tannehill now to throw.
This will go to Henry out wide.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 46.
Tannehill able to find Henry out of the backfield.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Tip carry now for Derrick Henry. Breaks the tackle, now an alley. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5.
79 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
They'll run here with Haskins.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They run wide side with Henry. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I know one thing. The team that had the ball and was driving, they're going to feel horrible. But the team that was on defense, I think we got to give them a little bit of credit, able to hang in there and force a key turnover.
In the red zone, though, had a chance to tie it and an opportunity missed.
Now Hall to start the drive.
And he'll take this one up to about the 13. They'll fake the give. Now Keenum. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Titans. And they are going to bring this one back. A fumble return touchdown for the Titans. The extra point now coming from Myers. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Miami, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. Couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
Take it in at the 3. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Miami's offense set and ready to go. The fumble recovery certainly has put them in the driver's seat. 1st and 10, all tied here in the 4th. Option play, here's Hall.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. And now they're in the hurry-up. They fake the handoff. Now Keenum. He'll let this go for the end zone. That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Titans now.
And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
89 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
On 2nd and inches, Tannehill. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Inside handoff, Henry. Oh, he pulls over him, and he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well.
Well, that is a running back who was not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
They keep it with Henry on first down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Here's Tannehill. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's first and 10.
Haskins now on first and 10.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Derrick Henry with his 14th touchdown of the year, second of the game.
And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. So right back to square one. Tied at 28 as he kicks it away.
Fielded right around the 8. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Jalen Waddle, the speedster wide receiver, brings out this offense.
When you're in a zone like he is, what's the conversation like on the sideline between he and his quarterback? Is that a one-way conversation of, hey, just keep getting me the football?
It actually is probably a two-way conversation because he wants to keep getting him the football because he's seen the payoff. You know, getting the ball to that guy means yardage, and as we've seen, touchdowns in this game. So I think both of them get more and more excited about the possibilities as things continue on.
Yeah, so far it's been over 100 yards and the 2 scores. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. It'll be a gain of 2, and speaking of 2s, it'll take us to the 2-minute warning. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in.
Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. They run it with Hall off the option.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
He's got it complete to Waddle. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. The Dolphins will send out the punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. This is taken around the 12. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And it'll be Titan football.
Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling?
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard inside the 20. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown.
And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the fourth.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown late in the game. They look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready in the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together, make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Taken at the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. So now Tannehill and the Titans down by 7, 56 seconds to go. They've won 3 in a row, but they've got work to do if they want to get a 4th in a row as they come up on first down. Gets it to Burks. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Here's Tannehill. He's going to let it fly. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over.
And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the save calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Christian Fulton. And he will be taken down, and that means we are headed to overtime. And we need overtime to decide this one after. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So it's the Titans who will control the football first here in overtime as we're back underway. This fielded right at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Titans now just about ready to take over. Well, they fought hard to reach this point, Charles, and now what an opportunity. They've got the ball first, a chance to take this overtime win away from the hostile crowd.
And you know, as the quarterback steps into the huddle, the first thing he's telling his team is, remember, we need 6, not 3. So we don't need a good drive. We need a great drive. And this is what they've been planning for. It's time to execute and take it downfield, even against all these odds.
First throw in overtime for Tannehill. And it's caught over the middle. Hooper. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. 3rd and 8 situation. A tough spot here in overtime on the opening drive. Out of the gun, Tannehill.
Going to the right here and finding Burks.
And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. Charles, any chance they go for it here?
I think that there's a chance. They have to consider it because of the way they played offense in this game. I mean, look at the scoreboard. Look at the points that they've put up. They feel confident that they can keep it going. But the risk is, and the downside is, you don't get it here, you've set up your opponent in really good field position.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it'll be Dolphin football. Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 46.
Option play. Here's Hall. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 118 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. Hall again.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A big pickup of 38.
He covered a lot of ground, great blocking, and now they can sniff that end zone.
They certainly can, and because of that run, maybe you come back and fake it to him on this play and throw a little play action. Someone should break wide open.
They'll run with Hall.
And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one, because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to one possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses,